I know it's not a normal day, but I'm having, these times when I'm just going to post up, and that's who I am. And so that works. And I do these type of things better live because I prefer to not edit myself. I prefer not to be that person who's like, second guessing how I speak, what I say. So let's just talk about it. So, my video for World AIDS Day talking about the end of my marriage and HIV and everything. Hi Lynn. Um, came out. Now, here's the thing. You'll see this. If you see Let's Get Serious, I'm about to be serious. Because normally we have good times on my, lives. But, sometimes you need to be a little more serious. So here's what I want to talk about. Yes, hi Kim. Okay, so, you know, with my talking about my journey with HIV and the end of my marriage, I know that, hey, Holly, hey, Smiley, I knew that eventually, if it, started pushing out, that there was going to be a semi backlash on it. And the reason why I said that is because I have been spared. And I always say by grace, I did not get HIV or Hep C. So whenever I talk about it, there's always going to be a contingent of more the Christian base who hear about it. Oh, okay, Holly, I love you too, girl. You know I do. Um, there's always going to be a contingent of the Christian base who get a hold of it. And then they go into, oh, you were saved by, and then there's always the moment when they find out who I am, and then I become a whore. So we've had that moment on this channel. It's okay. I'm all right with it. But here's what I'm going to say about it is that that's the one thing that I will not tolerate. And here's why I'm saying that is because, see, I'm not ashamed of who I am as a sexual being. And the moment that I decided to speak on my sexuality was the moment that I freed myself. And the reason why I did it was to free other women. See, let me say this is that the modern society and the modern religions has made sex bad. Hi, Lori has made sex a dirty word, and it has also made women the seats of sexuality, and we are the bearers of virtue, and we cannot have, and with it, it says that sex is bad, sex is dirty unless it's done like this. And there are so many people, men and women alike, especially women, who have lived lives of unhappy sexuality, being repressed and all these things based on this belief on sex that has been around for this last millennia. Now, understand that yes, I'm a spiritual being, but my sexuality has nothing to do with my spirituality, and it has nothing to do with the content of my character. And until we as a society stop making those judgment calls on people, we will never reach the place that we can be. See, we put too much importance on the sexual act. We make it the seats of love. And I try, and if I don't teach women one thing in this lifetime, what I want them to understand is sex does not equal intimacy, and it does not equal love, and your heart does not lie between your legs. Too often we make bad decisions based on good sex. And we feel like, because to be a good girl, if you're having sex with a man, that you must then fall in love with that man, because you can't have sex with a man on the regular without falling in love. And too often we let our vagina, our sexual organs, dictate our love relationships. And that is why so many women get in bad relationships, abusive relationships, are unhappy, all these things based on the fact that they made a love decision based on their sexuality. So let me just say that if you don't hear anything from me, understand that. So that is why sex to me is not that important. Understand that I love sex, but it is not that important when it comes down to me making a decision about a man, because an orgasm ain't got shit to do with love. An orgasm is a is a biological thing, and and sex is a biological urge that everything on this planet has some form of sex. So we must rise above it. See, we're not rising above it by saying sex is bad, sex is dirty. We rise above it when we no longer make it so important. When we don't judge people based on their sexuality. Sexuality does not make me a bad person or a good person. It just makes me a sexual being. What makes me a good person or a bad person is how I treat people, how I move through this life. And the one thing I've always said is I try to live my life without hurting anyone intentionally. Now, we're going to hurt people through life. But if I don't hurt anyone with intent, then I think that I am doing, and if I do hurt them, I am willing to admit to my fault and to apologize and to try to make amends when I really and truly hurt people. Then I think that I'm living in the way that God will want us all to live. And I'm not here to debate scripture, because scripture is man's interpretation of God's law. And it has been changed and changed and changed. So I don't debate that, because I'm not that person. What I am here to say is that I want women to be free to be the sexual beings they choose to be. And if that loses people, if my openness about my sexuality offends you, then you will be offended by me, because I believe that sex is a continuum and there is no right place for everybody, but the right place for you as a consenting adult with other consenting adults or adults, however you choose to live, as long as you don't hurt anyone. And so if that is going to offend some people, then you will be offended. And yes, I am a sexual being, but I that doesn't define who I am nor my character. And if that's how you define someone's character based on their sexuality, I'm gonna need you to readdress your thought process, because that is so narrow-minded and then it limits you to the people that you can meet and the person that you could become. Because trust me, in these years that I have been open about who I am as a sexual being, I have dealt with so many people who are very deeply religious, who are so frustrated and so unhappy because of all these things that we are told that we cannot do as sexual beings. I'm sorry. Is everybody there still? I apologize if I'm being too serious. But this is one of the subjects that I am very passionate about. I'm about women being whole. Right, I know. I know, Holly. Right. I just told. See, here's the thing. Who are we to tell anybody that they are not worthy of God's kingdom except for God? I am so tired of people doing that to each other. You ain't who made you God's messenger on earth to tell somebody that they are not worthy of God's kingdom based on one little thing that you might know about them, or based on something that isn't comfortable for you? Who are these people? When do we become that? See, in this lifetime, I don't judge people on the way they live their life. And if they need my help, I'm always there to help them. And that, I think, is the way that we should be. I think that's the way we should be. Well, nope, you didn't. What happened is, Holly, you came in right on time. Is that when I do the thing about when I talk about the situation with HIV and my husband, and how I didn't get it, and I was grace kept me from getting HIV and Hep C. The two things that I could have gotten, I didn't get. There's always going to be, once it gets pushed out and other people see it, there becomes this contingent of people who, could put it upon themselves and say God loved you, and God does love me. I'm not saying he doesn't, but then they then put it in their sphere of how they what they think I should be. And so there's been a little conversation on one of my videos just recently by someone like this, and I was just, called a whoremonger and everything. I'm used to it. I am. I'm used to it. But I always do feel the need to say this is that mm, shit, hold on. I'm sorry. I had it on my I didn't have it on my Wi-Fi. Is my Wi-Fi on now? Can you hear me? Can you hear? Is it better? Is it better now? You know what? You know what? Don't worry about it, Holly, because it doesn't bother me. And I don't get upset. Like how everyone says they get upset. Yeah. I, hey, Divine. Um, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings or anything. It's just something that happens. And I am so, hi, Lily. I am so used to it, but I always make the statement because that is the things that's the reason why I speak so openly. So that's why I make it clear, because for years I didn't speak openly about my sexuality. I didn't speak openly about my sexuality. I was just like everybody else. The reason why I felt compelled to was because of the things that I did when I had my dance studio, and how it was a place for women to talk, and so many women discuss their sexual frustrations, their fears, the things that they, the repression, the judgment that they have, that always. And so there was a moment when I said that I must be honest about who I was in order to free myself, but not only to free myself, but to free other women. And so that's why the book was written. It was just like, I said, I need to speak this because, and I ain't into speaking your truth, because it was important that women saw that sex was okay, and sexual journeys, what are you doing, Kat, are okay. And that sex is not one spot. See, we have this belief. Our society, our times tell us that sex has to be this way. Sex has to be this way. I'm here to say, no, it isn't. And I'm here to say that sex is not love. Sex is not love. We have, the way we are taught and the things they tell us as women is that sex equals intimacy equals love, and too often we believe that, and that's how we wind up in bad relationships, because we are conditioned to believe that if we're having sex with somebody and it's good, and we're having sex regularly with this person, it has to become a relationship, and it has to become love. See, too many of us believe that our heart lies between our legs. And that's where the problem lies, because we make bad judgments. We make bad decisions based on the fact that we believe that our heart is involved with our sex. And sex is a biological urge. Every animal, every organism on this planet has a form of sex. So it is not about love. It is biology. It is that. What means, so we as women have to rise above that and then learn how to love without letting sex be the problem. Hold on, I'll be right back. My nose. And we're taught that if we're having sex, and then, a good girl only has sex with somebody she's in love with. And it must move into the love space. And then what we do is, well, you know what? No, honestly, I get that shit all the time. Honestly. I mean, for real. Smiling. I get it all the time. And the thing is with it is that, because that's a belief. That's a belief. No, but see, because no, they were talking about me right now. They said, okay, here's what happened. If you go on my vlog, they said, Right. No, they said that I'm a whoremonger now, because I have sex outside of marriage. A whole lot of babies wouldn't be born if everybody was waiting for marriage. I'm just saying. Okay. But for real, honestly. So that's my thoughts. And that's one of the things, if I don't get that through to women, I don't think I've done my job, is that we have to rise above believing this, having this belief that sex, if we have sex with somebody and we don't, it makes us dirty, it makes us whorish, it makes us a slut, and B, that good sex equals love. And if you haven't done, I'm sure you know some women who believe that. They believe they wind up in these relationships with men because the sex was good. Not because this is a good guy, not because they've done their due diligence on his character or anything, but because they had sex and the sex was good. And a good girl it has to be a relationship. That's how we get our little feelings hurt, because we think that it should be a relationship, and we're looking for these relationships with people because of them. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say, Smiling, is that so many people are repressed because of this whole mindset. So many people are unhappy. So many people get into weirder things than they probably would be into if they just were the sexual beings they chose to be. You know what I'm saying? Those are the usual, when you repress somebody, right? Listen, when you repress somebody's sexuality, A, you control them, and B, you create other things going on, because that is one of the things that, when people don't right. And it becomes uncomplicated when you understand that it doesn't have to lead to that. It does, right. Love and sex are two different things, and that's the thing. And we are taught that sex has to we have to fall in love. If we're having sex with somebody, you got to fall in love with their ass. I'm here to say no. I'm here to say, ladies, do not believe that, and do not live your life like that. You must make your choice. I'm not saying anybody should have my sexuality. That's a personal thing. But what I want women to understand is that wherever you go, however you explore your sexuality, it's okay. And don't let anybody make you feel bad for it, or shame you for it, or make you say, oh my God, I'm a bad person. Because we make sex in our society, in this world, a definer of character. What the hell does what I do when I got my legs open have to do with how I treat people? Because let's be honest, some of the most horrible people treat people horrible are the ones who claim to be so righteous because they are in church, and because they don't do this thing or they don't do that thing, and the treatment of people is horrible, because it's based on I am better, some superiority. None of us are superior to anybody. We are all walking this earth, and all we got is breath, and every day until the end of our days. And it's how you live those days and how you treat people. And too often, High Melody, we all these people who tell us how much better they are and how righteous they are some of the meanest people to anybody who doesn't fall in line with what they believe. See, taking care of people is not about them believing the way you believe, but taking care of them because they need it. The disconnect to me is so horrendous. And when you're on social media, you see it so often, because so many, people use this as a way to hurt each other and belittle each other and berate each other. And religion is one of the easiest way to find a way to feel superior and belittle and judge and make people feel bad about each other and bully, because you're not, come on now. I didn't ask you, listen, ain't nobody gotta be in my life, ain't nobody gotta be in my bed, but you're not gonna judge my bed either, and I'm not gonna judge yours. Exactly. It's so, some of the worst people, some of the meanest people, you know, who, exactly, Lori. And we have such a disconnect. And it's not just Christians, Jude, the whole Christian Judeo Islamic triad, you know, is all about judging and telling us. And let me just say this so I can say this. You have to understand that back in the ancient times, women were strong and powerful. Yes, Melody, that's true. Women were strong and powerful. And the way to take away, and we are the seats of sexuality. We have the womb. We carry life within us. Women and men were equal. Yeah. Oh, and that's very true, Lily. Women and men were considered equal. And in order to take away our equality and to make us the weaker sex, the thing you had to make dirty was the thing that we are the most powerful and understand and are the seat of, which is sexuality. It also to make the things that are inherently feminine weak, to say those are weak, being emotional, being a nurturing person, being that. The things creative, the creativity, all those things are very feminine aspects. And when it comes down, and there has to be a balance between the feminine and the masculine. And we live in a time where the masculine is so much stronger because they've made it seem like feminine qualities and being feminine is weak. So part of taking away our strength, our power, was to say the sex was dirty. Because if you look into ancient religions, they all had gods and goddesses of sexuality because they understood that sexuality is a natural part of life. Right. Right. Exactly. And so that's me, but I'm saying this to say that, I will not tolerate that. I won't take it away. Like I said in my video, I won't delete your comment. But what I will not tolerate is that mindset. It was to control lineage and inheritance, but it was also to take away the power of women. For instance, harlot. Harlot is considered a whore, but actually she was a priestess of sexuality. Now somebody told me that I was being a cum bucket. You know what? Honestly, I don't delete those comments because I think that they do need to be seen. I really do think they need to be seen because I want you to see how people think. And I'm not going to take away their thought because I don't like it. However, I will address it in a very nice way. I will address it, and I'm not going to come at you and just, I'm going to say, well, you have a right, because I believe everybody has a right to, I even believe they have a right to the way they think. However, you're not going to overstep onto my space or to the space of other people because of that. And now in reference to, and because I know that the reality is that most of these people are so unhappy and so repressed because so many of them, let me just be real with y'all, there are so many people who have been in my inbox, who I've emailed, who I've counseled quietly, privately, that are very religious people based on the fact that they are so unhappy sexually, just unhappy, and wish they could do these things and have lived lives of not having orgasms and not having enjoyable sex. And that's fine. Honestly, the disrespect is fine, because I don't really care about this shit. And that's the one thing about me is you know, and you know what? But here's the thing. I don't mind letting them be seen because then that lets people see who they are as a person. And sometimes they need to be seen because so often we delete them and then they get around and keep doing this kind of stuff. And people need to see who these people are. And it's not gonna change who I am. So I don't give a damn. As I've always said, you can talk shit about me all day. You can type all you want. It's not gonna change who I am, and it's not gonna change my message, and it's not gonna make me feel bad. It's not gonna shame me. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. It's not gonna make me upset. It's not gonna make me cry. It's not gonna do any of that shit. So I don't delete you. Write that shit. Make yourself feel good. Type all you want. And so that's why in that message that I said spill the tea, that's why it's okay for me, because that shit don't bother me not one bit. It doesn't upset me. It just go. I just looked at it and said, oh, here we go. Let me just go and address this shit right now. Because that's the one thing you can best believe. Now, if one of y'all came at me, because we talk all the time, and you are people that I interact with, I will take what you say about me and deal with it. Oh, okay, yeah. No, you know what? I do know about stalkers. I've had stalkers. I've had people come at me. Well, you know what? Normally, what I do, Holly, is I just shut it down. I don't go back and forth. I say one thing and then I'm done. So they can keep writing and keep writing. And that's that. Now, the thing is if they're going to become a stalker, they're going to become a stalker, whether I speak to them or not. And that's the truth of it. So, if they fixate on you, they're going to fixate on you. And, I do know, honestly, I do know that at some point, oh my God, my nose is running. I'll be right back. Oh, these damn allergies are driving me crazy. I do know that at some point with growth that I will have to be more cognizant of my own personal safety. Because in the last few years, like last 2 or 3 years, from the things that I say on Facebook and my Periscope, that I have actually had people come up to me on the street and be like, Lulu. And I'm like, whoa. So I do know that it's possible. I really do know that it's possible, and I am aware of it. And I do look at it from the, okay, what am I going to have to do? But, trust me, I got crazy folks. You was talking about your people. Trust me, I got some crazy in my life too. Trust me, Holly. If it go down. Oh yeah, I know. Well, see, honey, well, listen, these people ain't never gonna be my friend. Not my black crazy ass. They gonna be like, oh, we need to lay hands on her. Speak her back into it. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I listen. I don't I totally understand the crazy that's out there. I really do. And I worry about those things. And I do. Right, baby. They be trying to bless me all the time. I ain't no lie. Ain't no lie. Ain't no lies here. Ain't no lies here. But then I have my progressive Christians who love me and who want me to talk to people all the time. So, it's just it is what it is. Girl, I'll start trying to speak in tongues more. Be like, no. But yeah, so don't worry, we're still gonna have our normal Wednesday night chit chat. But this one, so I'm gonna always say, wow. See. And don't get me wrong, it can happen. I understand it. And I will, when it comes down to words, I don't worry about those things. But I do worry about the other things. So, trust me, if that shit starts looking like it's going down, trust me, Lulu will take care of it. Trust and believe. And I got my sources too. Hi, Joshua. How are you? So, those are my thoughts on it. Not gonna stay on. Yeah, I understand, Holly. I totally do. I totally do. The thing is, we live in a world of so much craziness. You got some good news today? Tell us about it, Lori. I'm doing well. I just finished filming. which reminds me I got to get off. And I took a 2 hour nap, y'all, when I got home. I was only supposed to be asleep for 30 minutes. 2 hours later. And so I need to finish filming. So I'm not going to stay on long. Right. Did she have a baby? Yes, baby. Look, we all waiting with you supported Holly? You supported her? What you support her on? Uh-oh. Don't be talking crazy on here. We will get you. I'm trying to see how my makeup looks today. I don't know. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a bunch of people like, you went live tonight, look. We didn't know. That's why I need to be monetized. Yeah, yeah, I saw you see it, I was saying that too. Oh, nice. 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 Congratulations, Granny. Yeah, I caught that too. Joshua, this is not the space for that. We're not doing that. Well, let me tell y'all, I have some good news too. I am having the most relaxing days of work. Is that I'm working in a school where they've got me assigned for 3 days at this school, but they have absolutely no work for me to do. So the guys just let me sit there and I take care of one class a day and I still get paid for a full day's work. And today I had 5 students and we chilled for like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. What happens is I will be monetized, but it's a process, Divine. So what happens is like I'm under review. So what'll happen is, and just so you know, when they do it, it's like it comes up. Like I can see on my YouTube, my studio, it'll say I'm under review because I have enough hours and I have enough subscribers that I can. So they put you under review, and they said they should be done with it like by the end of June. They said that they're trying to catch up, and then by the end of June, that hopefully I'll be I'll be monetized. And the main thing for me about being monetized is less about making money, because I know I ain't really gonna make any money on it at this point. It's more about being able to have the community tab. And that's what I really want. So then I can put up stuff and we can talk. I can leave messages and things like that. That's what I really want, is the community tab, which I don't understand why they just don't give it to most YouTubers anyway. Why can't you have a community tab? It's not hurting. Is it that hard for y'all to give us a community tab? Evangeline, that is such a beautiful name. That is such a beautiful name. Did you all see that Jessica Braun had her baby? Jam Beauty 89, she had her baby. She posted up the picture. Genevieve. I hope she says it right too, because her name is Genevieve. You know, the American way is Genevieve. Her name is Genevieve. When I found out that that's how you say Genevieve, I was like, I should name my child that, because I'd be like, no, her name is Genevieve. My daughter's name is Bianca Simone. That is awesome, though. I'm not a grandmother yet. I would like that one day. One day. But anyway, that's what I really want to talk about today. I will be back on as usual tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Did y'all like that? I need to videotape some more tonight. I'm going to try. Because with me doing the eyeshadow thing, I'm still trying to put out regular content too. So I need to, that's why you're seeing like the eyeshadow and then the content, because I'm doing them both. So it's like when I put the face on, okay, now let me go and do this. All right, my loves. I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to keep working. And I just wanted to say that. And thank you all for listening to me. And if you come in here later on and listen to this conversation, do I know any good sales going on? Let's see. Let me think off the top of my head. I normally keep up with the sales. I'll look through them. Okay, well, I'll talk for a few more minutes. We got 5 more minutes. I'll talk about them tomorrow. Maybe I'll put that on my Wednesday night thing. When we go Wednesday night live, Kim, that would be good to have beauty sales too. So anything, so if I know of any beauty sales, I'll make sure tomorrow I'll have a list of them, because I'm trying to think that, oh, because they had a sale. Ulta had platinum perks on Monday. A lot of times they come up on Mondays when they do the platinum perks. So they had a bunch of stuff on sale. Like they had 40% off Steel of Glitter and Glows. Yay! Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, Divine. Yes, and yeah, because I haven't been seeing you come up in my subscription list. Have you been doing videos? Because sometimes, I know you don't get notifications all the time, but I always go in to look at my subscriptions to see who's been posting stuff. And I haven't seen anything from you, young lady. Where have you been? Okay, so yeah. See, I got a bunch of videos I'm trying to do. Like they're all up in here and I've written them down. I won't talk about them because I don't want my content stolen. Last night was fun. I know she was. I can't wait till we can talk about her tomorrow, Holly, because you could tell she was nervous, and I understand it because it's been crazy lately. Because like I said, the first time I went on Periscope, because that's when I really started going live. I did on Periscope. I didn't even have anybody. I didn't have at least she has us who came and talked to her. I was kind of like, hey, I'm doing Periscope. How you doing? And I really didn't have it. I had absolutely no followers on there. It was just like, I'm gonna go live. And so that's what I told her. I said, right, she really is. That's what I told her, I'm good at this because I've been doing it for a while. And this is kind of like what I like. I really do. Yeah, she went live yesterday. I really like going live. I mean, I like the video part now and I'm okay with it. But I like doing this because it allows us to talk and have a real conversation. Because the whole commenting conversation is okay, but it really does resonate better when it's a true back and forth exchange. And it doesn't allow you as a creator, it doesn't allow me to go back and edit. I can't do that. So that's the thing that I really do like about it. That's why I say, but that's why you can tell many of the bigger YouTubers aren't going to go live because it's a whole different thing. You don't have the ability to stop and cut and all of that. It's buffering again. You don't have you don't have the ability to stop and cut and make it perfect. Already deleted what? Did she delete it? Oh, we cussing her out. Yeah, so and I think that's why so many of them aren't going to go there. Oh, did you see? I'm good with reading the comment. Right. Yes, we talking about Monique. We gonna get her. Remind us. Remember that, Holly, so we can get on her tomorrow. You see my nose is just a mess. But yeah, so that's the thing, is that you notice the bigger YouTubers, they don't ever go live. And to be honest, I know it would be kind of rough because they have so many people, and it would be, but people do it on Periscope all the time. Huge people with lots of followings, they do it. Right. So, that's the thing about it. And so, yeah, now you really miss it, because wait until we see Lisa Smith. But Lisa Smith, that's a little dark horse. I want to, she on my team though. She's on my team. Right. Right. Go for me to job. Right. Right. But yeah, I cannot imagine her live. I've seen a few of her Snapchats. I cannot imagine her live. Because, see, here's the thing. You got to be ready for criticism and you need to be able to handle trolls. And most people cannot handle, I mean, being honest, if they can't handle this written stuff, that's why they can never go live. Because if you can't handle the things that people write, you really don't need to go live because they really come for you. I'm telling you, that's used to be my favorite thing on Periscope. Oh yeah, the private chats. Oh, okay, yeah. I've done a few of those with people. I'm. You know what? I actually, yeah, I've done private video chats. I've done them on Periscope too. But now, here's what I was gonna say, cause like, I was looking at, yeah, exactly, and I mean I understand that because it can be very very hard on a person, especially if you take it real personal. I don't take the shit personal. I laugh at it and I have a good time with them. Periscope, I was known for messing with the troll. My trolls left me alone. They be like, this bitch is crazy. We're gonna leave her alone. Because I know I have a way of dealing with them. So, and it doesn't bother me. See, let me tell you why. And this is what I learned, I was taught as a kid. Is like, I'm the youngest kid. I'm the youngest. And my brother is next in age. He's 6 years older than me. So he used to like make me cry. You know how, your kids, they don't understand what it's doing to you, but it would make me cry and I'd be like all upset. And my mother told me one day, she said, you getting upset is what he wants. She was like, if you would just laugh at it, it would lose its power. And when she taught me that, and I learned that and understood it, you can't fuck with me no more. Cause I find it all funny. I be like, oh, okay, that was a good one. I tell the troll, you need to come better than that. You gonna come to me with that bullshit? You got to come. Yeah, she cried. Yeah. Did y'all see that Manny MUA ain't sold out of Lunar Beauty? We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I think he overestimated how much he was gonna sell. That's what I think he did. But we're gonna talk about all that tomorrow. But yeah, he ain't sold out. His palette, yeah. See, because I don't know, it's something about my personality. They don't come in hard at me. I was doing, and on Periscope, I was doing. We used to call them the red lipstick scopes. I put on my red lipstick, and we would have a serious, honest conversation about sex, about any subject. I break it down and everything. There's some of them are still on there, but no, I understand. I've seen it, but honestly, I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what people don't attack me that hard. They will hard. Yes, Kate Spade committed suicide. We're gonna talk about that too. Oh yeah, they gonna comment on your looks, honey. Trust me, Holly. I've had some things said to me, but I promise you, because of the way I think about it, it doesn't. It honestly just I find it amusing. I mean, I've had people say stuff about my looks. I've had people call me fat ass. I've had, look, I've had it all said to me, especially when I do my red lipstick scopes. I've had it all said. Trust me. But because I have a tendency to turn it around, see, here's the thing. You'd have to watch it. When trolls come at me, if they ever come in here, y'all find out how I treat them. I give them virtual hugs and I talk about their miserable lives. I talk about their miserable lives. And they leave me alone. See, because of the way I come at people, you come for me, oh, I'm everybody. It's really not for everybody. Going live is not for everybody because, like I said, if someone typing those words bother you, it's going to be even worse live because then they can see your unease and they can see they're getting the reaction live that they're looking for. With me, they never get that reaction. So they be like, fuck it, she's not going to give it to us. So we're going to leave her alone. And that's what normally happens with me. But, you know, I can see when people get larger, it does become a problem. I can see that. I can see that. But, and it is, and it can be very bad, you know, but for me, it's just like, whatever. Oh, really? We coming for this one? Oh, okay, let's come. See, Rosa Nurse Mommy 4 knows who I am, and she been on my lives on Periscope. I will eat a troll alive. I will eat him and spit them out. I spit them out. Ha. And honestly, most of my trolls became my subscribers, my followers. Because I'm crazy. We're going to need to get one on here just so I can fuck with them. Y'all will enjoy that. Y'all will enjoy it, trust me. Rosa, you know how I do the trolls. I'll be like, oh, snap. I get to, I got to get my shoulder into it. Oh, really? We're going to go here? Got to get a head, little snap. Then it's on. So anyway, okay, so here's the things we're going to be talking about. Let's remember, we're going to talk about Kate Spade's suicide tomorrow. We're going to talk about Lunar Beauty. We got a few subjects to talk about. Right, trolls block my black ass. I'd be like, come back, don't go. I'm having a good time. Listen, Holly, let me tell you one time it was so funny. This one, here's one of the things that they love to say stuff about you. One of the things that they always want to say is, like, I remember somebody like, look, one of the things they would say about me was like, oh, you look like somebody, like one was like, yeah, you could looking like somebody grandma. Like talking about me, like looking all old, look at your old ass, somebody looking like somebody grandma. And then I said, now I'm a thank you for that one. I'm gonna give you a thank you for that. And he was like, yeah. I said, let me tell you why. I said, because I am old enough to be somebody's grandmother. And see, you thought I was young and you was gonna hurt my feelings by calling me older, when actually what you did say was that I look young. I said, because baby, I'm 49, about to be 50. He was like, my bad, auntie, I'm sorry. I was like, right. I mean, so don't come for me. I said, you just gave me a compliment. Thank you, boo, because you must have thought I was about in my 30s. That's how you hit a troll, right? Oh, and that, here's what I said. Okay, now here's the ones about all sex and wanting to F you. Here's how I dealt with them. Look at you. Listen, this how I used to tell trolls, and they would leave me the fuck alone. And this is true. My thing was, this is what I would tell them. Listen, I understand that you need to get this off, because in your miserable real life, you're sitting in your mom's house. You've never moved out of it. You're probably in the basement. And this is the only way you can get off. And so I'm going to let you go on and talk this way. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want you to get rid of that sexual energy that you are harboring. And I don't want you to go out there and do something violent, like get a bunch of guns and go shoot somebody because you can't get no pussy. So go on and talk to me. I'm going to give you a virtual hug. Everybody give them a virtual hug. Because I know that for you to sit around talking this crazy to somebody that you never met means that your poor, miserable life, you probably were bullied all your life. Oh, I break it down. They be like, it gets crickets. That's how you get rid of a troll. Open bobs, right. Right. That's how you get rid of a troll. The motherfuckers left me out. They be like, bitch is crazy. Oh, yes. Listen. When I'm done, I'll be like, give them a virtual hug because their sad little life, their sad, pathetic little life means that they have to come in on a stranger and try to hurt their feelings and talk shit about them because I know that you have no life because you sitting here talking to me and you don't even know me like this. So if this gets you off, if you get that little orgasm by doing this and you don't go out there and hurt anybody, go ahead and keep talking. Let them come fuck. Trust me. We get some trolls in here. Y'all gonna have a good time. You just sit back and let Lulu take care of them. Them motherfuckers leave my crazy ass alone. I'm telling you on Periscope. Right. Right. Honey, I'm telling you, I've had it said to me. I've had all kinds of things said to me. But that is always my response. I know you got a miserable life, and the only way you can feel good about yourself is to talk about a total stranger. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Lori. The whole point was he called himself. See, he thought I was real young. So he called himself trying to say that I looked old and I could, grandma. I'm like, well, honey, I should be somebody's grandma. My kids need to be having some fucking kids for me. The fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? He was like, my bad. I like you. Yeah. Don't listen. And if you're right, that's all you got to do to these motherfuckers. And that's why I say that, is that if you look at it from that perspective, can't nobody fuck with you. Anybody, these, what they call them, screen bullies or whatever, anybody who does this, just some mean-spirited shit, they're miserable. They live a fucking miserable life. Because listen, you don't go on things and just say horrible, mean things to people. Why? Because you're a good person and because you have a life and you ain't got time to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time to do that. So anybody who sits around doing that, right? Yeah, exactly. But all those people, you have to understand that they have absolutely no life. They're miserable. And this is the only way that they can feel any power in their life. And that's why I tell them, so this make you feel powerful. Go on and get some power because, I want everybody to feel some power. And so that's when you start looking at it like that, that shit won't fuck with you anymore. It won't, because I look at them from a very sad space. I look at people who come to me like that, very sad. I'm sad for them. Because anytime you have to talk to people like that, you are sad. You have a sad life. You are a sad person. And you are very miserable. And I'm sad for you. And I wish better for you. Exactly. Exactly, Holly. Even low lives need a little power. And if this is the only way they can get power, whatever. There you go. And that's the thing. And so that's why I said, because I'm telling you, I see all these beauty YouTubers or something, and this hurts my feelings, and I maybe second guess myself and question myself. You can't make me question me. Now, I'll be honest. If you all said something to me, of course, I would take what you say, and I would think about it because we talk, we have an interaction and things like that. So I value your opinion. But if I don't value your fucking opinion and you some strange motherfucker who just came and said some shit to me, so the fuck what? I don't like your life. You look crazy. Yeah, okay, well, your breath probably stank. Who cares? And that's what I don't understand. You can't. My insecurities are my insecurities, and they ain't got shit to do with somebody outside telling me. Like, for instance, my insecurity about putting on makeup on camera was not about someone saying anything to me. It was just I wasn't comfortable because I didn't think my skills were good enough. That was my personal insecurity. It wasn't because of something someone said to me. And if somebody said something to me about it, then I'd have been like, oh, and the only people I'm gonna take seriously are the people that I know. And they said, no, like my friend Shar, who comes on here. She was like, Lou, it's time you could do it, because she knows the journey I took on learning how to do my makeup. And so now she's like, Lou, you just as good as anybody else. And I value her opinion. So that's when I felt better about doing it. You know, people around me that I speak to, that I have interactions with. Some random motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what you say about me. No, not gonna happen. Fuck you. Keep it moving. Go write that shit for somebody who gonna get in their feelings and cry. Like Tati. That's the reality of it for me. So I'm, and I think probably part because you're welcome, Holly. And if you want to go live again and you need somebody to sit in there with you, oh, I got you. I will type that shit for you, you miserable bastard. Right, exactly. Because there's constructive criticism, and then there's just being bitchy, mean spirited, nasty ass bullshit. That's the difference. And so I'll take constructive criticism, but I'm not going to take some bullshit just to make you feel better. But I will tell. Sorry. Me and Porch are hearing something outside. If Porch was a dog, she'd be attacking somebody right now. Because she looking like, what's going on? Once again, these are my favorite fucking lashes. Let me tell you, this is the first day I actually just wore them. I just had them on with a little powder and my brows done. And I was like, these are cute because they have a really thin band. Yeah, she's trying to hunt something. Let me go to Candace, the back porch. Yeah, I'm thinking it's it might be another cat out there or something. Yeah, because she's at the back window. Some's on my porch. Some's trying to get on my back porch. I miss my dogs. My dogs was smart. My dogs. So I'm trying to do dog walking this year. This summer, I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking of it because I need to lose weight, and that would be like forced exercise. What the fuck is she doing? But, okay. So I've gotten to the point where I can get them on really well. They're really not as hard as you think. I did watch a few videos. And I used to put on individuals myself for years. Oh, 3 possums. Girl, I would have lost my damn mind. Possums scared the shit out of me. Them some evil ass. Possums are eviler than raccoons. Thank y'all. I just filmed this one for tomorrow. That's why I got to get off and go on and edit it. I don't think I'm doing too much editing on that one though. I'm using, let me see. And this is the best one so far that I found, Divine. Here it is. It's this. This is the Duo, and it's the brush on adhesive and it says with vitamins. So it's the brush on one. I like the ones with the brush. And let me tell you, this stuff stays on. I am planning on trying this one I saw on Amazon that has really great reviews. But I've been using this and it's been coming out pretty good. And the thing is, here's a trick to it that I learned. Yes, possums scare the shit out of me. Is that when you're putting them on, we tend to look at ourselves like this. You want to take them and look down. That's why if you notice people putting on their lashes, you want to look down. And then you want to place them in the middle, and then you start, pushing them into place and then pinch them. And that's the way you do it. So look down at yourself and then place the lashes, because then you'll get it better. because we tend to like want to do it like this. No, no, no. What you do is like you pull it down, you put it on, and then you just place the lashes and then you pinch them. You like pinch the lash so that it gets closer. Hi Dana, how are you? How's it going? So yeah, that's what you want to do. Yeah, it takes practice. I'm finally getting to the point where I can pretty much get them on pretty fast. I'm still not perfect at it, but I'm better. So yeah, you want to just kind of look down and then put them on, and then you just push them into place and then you pinch them. And if you're really trying to get them on, the best thing you can get for yourself is lash placement tweezers. That's what you want. You want to get some lash placement tweezers, country rats, because these will help you with them because they're a little bit wider. No, no. I don't always wear them, Lily, and when you're using the strip ones, it doesn't do it as badly as when I was doing the individuals. The individuals will definitely take out the individual lash will definitely take out. But if you're really careful, like if you like really like if you actually don't yank them off, if you take your time taking them off, you don't have a lot of um lash loss. Now, the thing is, I don't wear them every day. That's how you wind up losing lashes because they're not breathing. So I'm not, but I don't know because I love these lashes, y'all. But so I don't wear them every day. That way I give my eyes a breather. But I don't know. These damn things are so cute to me. I don't know. I'm starting to be like, look, I need my lashes on. And they're 5 pair for $8.88. Have to make sure I clean these off. And in between uses, man, yeah, you have these, Divine. Yeah, you gotta have you some good lash tweezers, lash placement tweezers, because this really works. And you can get in there and you can get a good pinch. Or if you're good, you could just take your fingers and do the pinch, because you can see. Because like when you look down, you'll be able to see the gap. And then you can really get them on. But yeah, so that's how, and that's what's been working for me. But I was determined because I was like, I don't bought too many damn lashes. I'm gonna learn how to put these bitches on. But yeah, so like here, if you get close, you will see that they're pretty on. Yeah, 5 for $8.88. So you'll see that there's no gap. And the line on top is pretty good. Now I didn't fill it in on top, which I could have done. And these have a really thin lash band. I like thin lash bands because they're more natural. And the thicker lash bands, those are harder to put on. I like a thin lash band because it moves and it will, it's easier to work with. It really is. The thick ones are hard, they're a little stiffer. I like these. And I don't really cut my lashes because I have a pretty large eye. So I don't have to cut these. You know how people cut? I don't cut mine. This is the actual lash. This is how it is because I still got space for lashes. Y'all good night before I head bye. Okay, everybody good?